My name's Michael Agwanda. We are in the village of Ochara in Homa Bay County and in Kenya. This is the house I grew up in, and this is the house that belonged to my dad and mom. It's just a great honor because this place here brings great memory of when I was a child growing up in a neighborhood that did not have so much. My dad died of HIV/AIDS, and my mom died when I was a little boy of about 8 or 9 years old, and I grew up as an orphan. It's been quite an experience, you know, knowing what orphans go through every single day of their life. When I reminded of how many times we will not have anything, you know, have books and, you know, come home and there's no food, go to bed without a hug or even somebody telling you that I love you, I thought of what I could do when I went to the U.S. And one of the things that struck me is I found so many Kenyans and so many Africans in the U.S. and some of them were doing equally good, some of them were not. But I thought about my life, and I was wondering what benefit I will be to my people in the village of Ochara. And one of the biggest opportunity I got was to serve as a missionary. And the first thing that came into my mind is, how can I go back there and make a difference? I mean, HIV/AIDS had come to Kenya in 1983, and that's the first time it was reported. And so many Kenyans had been affected. Over 2.2 million orphans are in Kenya as a result of HIV/AIDS pandemic. And there's huge infection rates still in Kenya, and actually Homa Bay town and this county is leading in the whole country in terms of HIV/AIDS infection. And so many of children have been left orphans here where both parents have died. And what happens is they have no place to go, and they can't go to school, and then they end up being on the street, and some of them end up getting into drugs and prostitution, and their life and fate is determined by what they do. We're also doing what we call a $1,000 house project. Most of these widows are old, some of them are old, and they're not able to fix their grass thatch houses. I mean, there are many houses here that are still having grass on top of the roof, and so the grass wears out, you know, and then it starts leaking, and people get rained on, and that makes them sick. They get malaria as a result of that, and you know, they're uncomfortable, they get sick, and sometimes they die quickly as a result of that. Well, we felt that we needed to do something about these women, and so we started a project called $1,000 House. That means if you give us $1,000, we will be able to build that house within one day. We will mobilize the community and the missionaries that are around, and we'll put the posts, and we will have the roof done on the doors and the windows within one day, and it will be done, completely done. I'm reminded of some lady called Teresa, and she was old, and she thought of having a house, and nobody else would build a house. And then the community identified her, and they brought the word to us. This lady is old, she's infested with jiggers on her feet, the family as well. And we were supporting one of the kids, you know, in our program through her. So we went to look at the house, and the house was in a pathetic situation. You don't expect a human being to live there. We asked our friends who gave us $1,000, and so we went to build a house. You know, one thing I remember with Teresa is when we finished building our house, she danced and sang. This is what she said: "I am ready to die now that I have a tin roof house. This was my dream for the entire life, that one day I will have a tin roof down." Everybody was in tears. Today, we can proudly say that through our relationship, our friends, our support with people like Covenant UMC and other churches, we've been able to build a church that people can come to and worship and know Christ as their Lord and Savior. We are able to take over 236 children to school, and my joy is that at the end of the day, these orphans have hope and they have a future through education. I mean, Kenya has become very competitive, but without education, it will be almost impossible to get a job. And I thought doing this through education will empower these kids. Otherwise, I mean, without us, these kids will not have gotten sponsors or people that will be able to pay their school tuition, people that will be able to dress them well, to tell them about the love of Jesus Christ, and I feel so happy that we are able to make a difference. Not only a difference, but we are able to provide clothes when they don't have. We are able to provide water when they don't have. We are able to provide education, and when they are sick, we are able to take them to school. I mean, we are able to take them to school when they are unable. When they are sick, we are able to pay for the bills, hospital bills, and stuff like that. That has been a great motivation in my heart. Life for Children does not only support or only education, but we've also got into drilling a water well for the community that has been so resourceful for the community. The water well is a great opportunity for people to come together, but also to be proud of clean water that was really not in this community. We've been able to partner with schools, and we built few classes here and there, so that at least the kids that are within this community are able to go into a well-built classroom. We've been able to treat jiggers that have been infecting children here in the community. We've been able to plant about 5 churches in this community, and many have come to the saving knowledge of Jesus Christ. And the only way for the child that we're supporting through that family to do well is by empowering the entire family. Otherwise, you'll support this one child and they will not be able to do much, because the other children are also not able to go to school. I mean, you can help in any way. I mean, to support a child with Life for Children ministry is only $65 a month. And you can also be involved in these other projects that we have, education ministry. You can involve in the street kids ministry and those that I've mentioned. And I tell you, Jesus said, if you give, it is more blessed to give than to receive. God is going to bless you. It is not about finances, but it's about your heart being in this ministry. And it's about you partnering with us significantly, but also strategically. I want you not just to give us the money, but I want you to come and see what your money does. That's the difference in this ministry with the other ministry. We want you to take a flight one of these fine days. I mean, gone are the days when people used to say, oh Lord, take me anywhere, but don't take me to Africa. I mean, you can be in Africa within 18 hours and you're here. And so you can literally come and say, what are you people doing and how can we partner with you? And that's the most important thing. And so I thank Covenant for bringing a team here. They're not just coming here to do the VBS and do all this stuff, but they also want to confirm Michael's doing what he says he's doing. And I want people to check on me. Those are my accountability partner. And I would love you guys to be my accountability partner as well. And I'm saying, I mean, 5 years down the line, Covenant is back again. And what a great joy just to see over 21 people from Covenant coming to say, we are here again and we want to partner even in a bigger way.